Korea's efforts overseas to pressure Japan to take responsibility for its past wrongdoings may be paying dividends. Japan has denied that it has plans to re-examine its official apology to the Korean victims for its military's forced recruitment of sex slaves during World War II. Tokyo is, however, sticking to its stance that the victims were compensated under a bilateral treaty signed in 1965. Connie Kim reports.
Korea's fight for Japan to take responsibility and compensate the victims of its wartime sexual slavery rolled on in Geneva on Thursday. Korea's foreign minister had the floor and laid out a compelling and emotional case for the victims at the UN Human Rights Council meeting on Wednesday. But on Thursday, it was Tokyo's turn to put its points across. Japan's ambassador to the UN, Takashi Okada, said Tokyo, contrary to the reports, has never spoken of reviewing the 1993 Kono statement, in which then-Chief Cabinet Secretary Yohei Kono apologized to the victims of Japan's sex slavery.
Since then, the position of the government of Japan has not changed at all. The government of Japan has never spoken of reviewing the Kono statement.
Japan's current Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga, speaking in Tokyo Thursday, said that Prime Minister Shinzo Abe does not make light of the fact that Japanese actions caused immeasurable pain to the Korean woman, as recognized by previous governments. Late last month, there were reports Suga had said Tokyo would re-examine the testimony given by former sex slaves, as the government at the time did not verify the victims' remarks. Back in Geneva, Okada said the Japanese government had fully compensated the victims through a 1965 treaty that normalized Korea's economic and diplomatic relations after its liberation from Japan. On Wednesday, Korean Foreign Minister Yoon Byung-se had urged Japan to take responsibility and compensate the victims. Yoo Yeon-chul, Korea's ambassador to the UN, urged Japan to admit to and take responsibility for its military's past use of sex slaves.
The political leaders and government officials of Japan have recently tried to deny the Kono statement of 1993.
South Korea wasn't alone in criticizing Tokyo for its past actions and current inaction. The North Korean and Chinese ambassadors to the UN said the Japanese government was trying to deny and hide its past wrongdoings. The U.S. ambassador to Japan, Carolyn Kennedy, on Thursday, called on Korea and Japan to improve relations and said the U.S. will do what it can to help. Connie Kim, Arirang News.